Hey, how's it going there? Your old pal Jet. Ashlee's right there. Super Picker Flippin' Duo. We are out on Sunday. We're gonna spark today a little bit. Uh, a little bit. We're gonna go back and do some work on our eBay stuff, but we figured we'd try to make some gas money, some lunch money, something like that. We'll see how the day goes. It snowed this morning. Not a lot, just about an inch or so, inch and a half maybe. It's extremely windy, and it's going to be cold. So windy and cold. I've got boots on, which is not normal. What's so funny about that?
I guess why? Well, it snowed, so
Some people may want to know what footwear I'm wearing. I don't know. I brought gloves and jelly beans too. How about that? Um, so we've also got DoorDash stuff. We'll see if what that if Spark sucks, which it might. Um, we'll flip on DoorDash. We'll flip on Uber. I don't know. We're gonna talk eBay because talking
that's where the
deliveries
money is.
stinks. It's boring to me. But it's a good side thing just for, like I said, gas money, lunch money during the week. Fine. So we'll see how we do. How about that? Let's go.
Come on, really?
What? All right. Spark orders in $46, 4 miles.
Did have some heavier items, bigger cat food, dog food, litter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they tipped.
Yeah. The app changed. I don't like it. I like some of it. I like that they took the departments out and everything is just one list and they tell you the section and location in the list so you can just pick and choose where you want to go a bit more smoothly now. That's good. Look, you can map yourself better. I really don't like that you have to be standing in front of the item spot where it's empty to tell them that it's empty, and then you have to tell them why you can't pick it. Like, Gig Nurse mentioned that she hadn't sparked in a while, and I commented about this. I said, we probably might be sparking, and we might not. I mean, this might be the last spark day because I don't want to be micromanaged, especially by a human, which is why I don't like work for anybody else because I hate being micromanaged. I don't want somebody standing over me telling me what to do, right? I don't want an app doing that either, right? Like if I say it's not there, it's not there. I don't need to be standing in front of it and then the app saying, "Oh, why can't you find it?" Because it's not freaking there, okay? Like just it's not there. Just let me move on. Because you stock stuff in 3 different places in the store. I know where they are. Let me just check all 3 places and then decide that it's not there. But no, I gotta go to this place, it's not there. Go back, catty corner across the store, it's not there. Then go to the front of the store, it's not that. Like it's just so time consuming. So yeah, this I might not be doing Spark anymore. I don't know. This kind of sucks.
To make it worse, yesterday when we did a little bit of sparking and I went to get meat, I was standing in the section that it said, and it still told me I wasn't there.
Right.
So
They
I,
wanted us to go behind,
behind the meat section. I
like
can't
in
go
the
in the back.
freezer.
Right. I can't go into the back.
Right.
Like, no, I'm standing here.
Right.
This is where I get meat from.
Right. So that might be it. Anyway, that's that. So
we'll see. The idea that we were talking to another driver about it. I get that there are drivers that are cheat the system and don't feel like going and getting something, so they just say it's unavailable. I understand that happens, but to your drivers who are good drivers, you're just making life more difficult for them. Like, it's not fair that the rest of us get treated like idiots because there are some that are idiots,
right,
or lazy,
right,
depending on the situation. But
yeah. I mean, and this is a good order, but we also sold a couple things while we were in there. So, like, is it? I mean, the good thing is we're kind of doubling down, right? Like, this is in addition to those sales.
right.
But we could be at home prepping more sales.
Getting more stuff.
That's right. So, where's our time better spent? This time of year, it's probably better spent at home. But I'd really like to not spend eBay money on ancillary things like I said before, gas lunch, or whatever. So that's why, and we're not going to stay out forever. Just a few hours, just to get a couple. They gave $100. Like, we really don't. We're not dependent on this. So
right, that would be a tank of gas in each car, basically.
Right, and that'd be
right.
That'd be great.
Okay.
So,
oh
yeah. We didn't really prep anything for eBay. I was thinking about doing like an order per eBay order per Spark order, but I do my order updates, so I don't really need to do that. I could go over a customer interaction I had. He wanted to buy the Sunbeam Oscar, and he sent me an offer for the Oscar, and I have it priced at $45 because it's got the extras. It's got the plastic piece with the extra blade and all that kind of stuff. We pictured it together. That's today's video, yesterday's video, because this will be out the day after. So that's already sold. This guy wanted to send me an offer for like $30 for it. I put it up for 45 because without that stuff I sell for like 38. So I figured an extra few dollars for that piece, which is a really good deal. I mean, I price stuff at really good prices because I know what I pay for them, and my profit margins are still really good, and I give really good prices.
Besides the fact that we sold like almost the exact same thing a few days prior for $45.
Right. So I know the market, right? So, and this guy's got a couple thousand reviews and he sells his own stuff. So like and I didn't know that until he started getting snippy with me. But he sent me an offer for 30. I went back with 40.
Oh, it had to have been higher than that.
Maybe 44. 44.
Right.
And I put in there free shipping. I always put free shipping whenever I counter or I say best that I could do with free shipping. As like my final, like this is it, right? So I went back with free shipping because if he came back with 40, then I'd go down to like 43. And then say that's it. Like because I know I can get 45, right? So he countered with like $38 or $42. 40.
I think it was 42.
42, right? And then I just let it sit there because I'm like,
yeah, we talked about it for a bit, and I was like, just let it sit because the last one sold at 45.
Right.
So let's just let it sit and see if somebody buys it.
Right. So I let it sit for a few minutes, or maybe an hour.
It's probably about an hour. Yeah.
And then it sold for 45 to someone else.
Someone just bought it.
Right.
No offer, just bought it.
Right. And then about an hour later, this guy messages me and says, "Why isn't it available?" And I said, "Well, it's sold to someone else." And he says, "You pulled it down because you sold it somewhere else. It's not in the sold below." And I said, "No, I sold it on eBay." And I sent him a screenshot of the sale, not the customer's information, but, and then he just, "You pulled it down because you didn't want to sell it to me." And I'm like, "Oh, that's not true, because I would have taken the $42 order. I just wanted to see if I could sell it for 45 first. And I did. Sorry." Like, my first message to him was, "No, I sold it for 45 because that was a good price. You tried to lowball me and it didn't work. Sorry." Like, and yeah, it's just some customers, and this guy's a seller too. Like, and he was like, "I know, don't treat me like an idiot. I know eBay. It's not in the sold listings. You sold it somewhere. It doesn't matter where I sold it. I sold it. Doesn't matter. Could have sold it on Bonanza. I don't, doesn't matter. I sold it somewhere else for the price I wanted to sell it for."
Right. It doesn't matter. Like,
Right.
you'd think somebody that sells would understand that, like, we don't have to take your offer.
Right. An offer is not a commitment.
Right.
Just because you send somebody an offer doesn't mean that it's reserved for you for that offer for 24 hours.
No.
It just means that your offer is good for 24 hours. Someone else can swoop in and buy it, for they can send a better offer.
Like, yeah. Or
And
they
you
could
can
buy it
take that,
outright.
or
Right.
they could buy it outright. Whatever the case, you don't have to take that offer. You don't have to ignore other offers like that. Just, an offer is an offer. Your item is still out there for sale, and best offer wins. Somebody wants to buy it outright, they could do that too. So,
And that's what happened.
and that's what happened. So I ended up blocking that guy because yeah, I don't need customers like that. There's enough customers on eBay where you don't have to take the shit basically. So that's that. So don't want to make this a long video. So this is already a 10-minute clip. So
Yeah,
we're gonna end it here.
That was a bit of a.
Yes, that was a tirade. Yeah. So, but it's a good story, I guess. Things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go get the next one. All right, took a $22 order, 3 items. Well, 2 items, 3 quantity. 2 big things of paper towels and paper plates. Easy order. 5 miles. Piece of cake. That's that. Spark is boring. I don't know how I got so many subscribers doing Spark. Like, it sucks. Anyway, eBay. Some things we would like to do in the next couple months. First of all, we're kind of hunkering down this next week because this week is going to be bananas. I'm going to change our shipping again to offer, I think, 2nd day delivery at a fee. See how that goes. And then go away from FedEx Economy free and do USPS Ground Advantage for free. Ground Advantage is promising quicker dates, and before Christmas, that's what we want to promise as well. So I'll do that, and I'll pay a bit more. And I know that I'll pay a bit more. We're already paying a bit more, and we're just over delivering on our promises, which is a good thing for the customer. Feedback doesn't matter anymore because we get positive feedback. 50 a day, because eBay automatically gives positive feedbacks if the customer doesn't leave any feedback and the item was delivered on time. eBay considers that a positive experience. It gives the seller a positive feedback and a positive comment. So that part doesn't matter anymore. It's still like, as a business owner, you still want to deliver a positive experience, though. So
We do from time to time get repeat buyers.
right. So we do want to have
So,
that, give that positive experience for those repeat buyers. Because we sell heavy in certain categories: kitchenware, board games, toys, things like that. So we do have a few buyers that have saved us as a seller to come back to us. So we want to give that positive experience. Um, so we're going to change up our shipping settings to set the expectation that people will receive their items before Christmas, because we will change our shipping service to do that. We're still going to offer free shipping. We'll eat that cost because it's only $1 difference mostly, or less. So and we'll see if that boosts sales this week, because as we get towards the end of this week, it's going to start slowing down, as Christmas deadlines will be missed. So and then after Christmas, that week between Christmas and New Year's is going to be, that's the slowest week of the year for us, historically. So that's going to be the week of us cleaning up, from, basically just putting our heads down and working. And we're still going to list and picture and ship what we took, did. We still got to do that part of it. But, we'll go from shipping, 20 a day to probably shipping 10 a day. So the volume is going to drop off. And so we'll have that extra bit of time to,
clean up.
Get the workshop back in order. And
right.
Yeah.
It's a little
it's a mess.
hazardous at the moment.
Right. And then we're talking about, we watch other YouTubers from time to time, and there's another YouTuber that does board games as well. He does more volume than us because we're just getting back into eBay, because if you've watched this channel for a while, our backstory. And I'll probably I might do like a channel intro video and just have that as our trailer, just how we got back into it and all that kind of stuff. But we're basically the last 6 months we've been getting back into eBay and selling board games heavily, and other things. We sell a wide variety of things, but his board game inventory and storage system seems interesting to us, so we may try to adapt that, kind of make it our own a bit. Yeah. So we're going to try to figure out a new system for storage, to see if we can maximize our space. We probably have to put one or two new shelves in. So that'll probably happen that week or soon thereafter. And we just, for the next week, it's just list as much as we can to maximize this week. So get as much meat off these bones. So all right.
Well, then the week of Christmas, it would be nice to be able to actually spend some time with our kids.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Let's see if we can.
Then again, they're teenager boys, so maybe not.
Yeah. That week between, we've got a soccer thing too. So. Yeah. All right. Let's get the next one. All right. Next order is in. I don't remember what it is. Was it 30 something dollars?
I don't remember either. I just know it was 2 shops.
Yeah. 7.5. It says it's 7.5 miles because it's having me go to avoid road closures. They're not closed to go around. So we're gonna go the way that we should go and cut out like a mile and a half. So I think it's $35. I don't know. It sits there. Who cares, right?
Yeah, it was 30 something.
Yeah. It was an ASAP order, so we took it on the way back in, or whatever.
It's busy. There's lots of orders.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Another thing I've been toying with eBay is getting into, and maybe not necessarily eBay, if I branch out to other selling platforms, clothing. Because I tried listing a couple things on Depop, and it did okay, but I sold stuff super cheap, so I'm not gonna waste time on selling stuff really cheap. That's just not, you know, it's not beneficial to me to just make a little bit of money. I want to make, you know, more than just a few dollars. Um, if I'm buying something for $6 and then selling it for 10, that's not really worth it for me to, you know, source it, picture it, ship it. Like that's just not worth it. So, um, particularly on clothing because it's such a big time investment. Um, but there's so much of it out there. I feel like I'm ignoring a big um, market when we do go to thrift stores where there are cheap clothes because they run tag sales or whatever, which is not necessarily locally, like I said, but like Northern Virginia runs, or I think it's Northern Virginia runs their tag sales. Pennsylvania thrifts, Goodwills have their weekly, colors, um, stuff like that. Like it might be worth it to just flip through clothes, pick some out, and then so what I want to try to do is build.
I think it just had you.
Yeah,
The GPS has no idea this is all of it.
right. So, um, I'm I'm thinking about building a clothing like a board to take flat pictures of clothes rather than using our hanging mannequin bust, which always like turns while I'm trying to take the picture and the background never looks quite right. Uh, this way we could just have a big board that we can lean up against the wall, take our pictures. They should be pretty uniform and easier. Like I could take pictures quicker because I'm not dealing with stuff constantly rotating and things like that. So, what kind of turned me on to that is we took some pictures of clothing and two Pendleton shirts that we sold within 24 hours. So it's like, damn, yeah. Like maybe we should be looking at clothing more closely because even though like one was flawed, it's still, even if I bought it for $6 to sell it for $24 and shipping first class, that's still good. That's, that's good money for a shirt. Um so that's what I'm thinking is we're gonna get into more clothing maybe And if we're going to do that, then I got to prepare to do that. And building that clothing, shirts. And then we can sell pants too, because pants are, I have no idea how to take pants now with the photo setup that we have, because we just have is it a 3-foot table there? 3 foot wide by 18-inch deep. I can't really take pictures of pants. So if we can get into like jeans, what house am I looking for? 403. Stuff like that. This house.
Mm-hmm.
We can just branch into another category and then look into different platforms to offload such a busy category. That might be worth it. So she doesn't seem so excited about that. Yeah. That'll be a discussion off camera. All right, so we're done. Delivered our last stack shop. It was 35, 36 and change. I don't know, 36.75. Our 4-hour shift is done. Going home. We got some eBay stuff to do. I ordered. We got Wawa, and I still haven't eaten, so I got to do that.
That's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I always do that. And we finished our 4-hour shift, $140
Mm-hmm.
and change, like $35 an hour, almost $35.20. That's pretty good. Pretty good for extra money, just to use throughout the week. Which is, what Sundays have become for us for Spark. So, we'll get to watch the Lions game. Yeah. No, we've got work to do. It'll be on its work shift,
but yeah, sure. Holy cow.
What? Although they are playing the Rams, so I may not want to watch it. Although Matthew Stafford is one of my favorite players of all time, ex-Lion, so I'll be happy for him if they win another Super Bowl. Anyway, I wanted to mention Sue Black, 1786. Is that her numbers? I don't know. Sue Black. She commented on one of my videos about offering free shipping as a new reseller, and I'm going to make a video because of your comment, and it'll be like a case study on free shipping. I'm gonna show 2 different orders of the same exact item, a board game probably, shipping locally, just a state or 2 away, and then across the country, so you can see what those shipping costs are. And I'll go into like why I think, why I offer free shipping, why I think it works, but it's not for everybody. And then I'll go into a little bit of how I figure out my pricing based on what I buy something for, based on what sold listings are, based on what current sale prices are. So you'll kind of see the whole breakdown of what I'm thinking when I go into pricing stuff and offering free shipping and all of that good stuff. So, you could just adapt, it's not 100% every single time, right? Like if you've seen my shipping videos, you've seen where we've had to ship stuff at basically break-even costs or a little bit of a loss because, whoops, we made a mistake, right? Because something went in too big of a box or weighed more than we thought or whatever the case is. That does happen. It does. And, sometimes I buy stuff and I'm like, this is really big. If somebody buys it that lives in California, I'm going to be screwed. But I'm going to take that chance. And that's a risk that I'm willing to take. You have to decide as a seller if you're willing to take those risks or not. As a new reseller, I would not recommend it.
Right. As a new seller, I'd
Right.
probably
Right.
err on the side of caution.
Yeah. Definitely make sure you have cushion in your budget to do stuff like that. Like I've got that kind of a cushion where if I buy something to sell and I end up taking a little bit of a loss or breaking even because it just didn't work out where somebody out in California bought it and I was hoping to sell it locally, and it was like a big, like a $20 difference, which on big heavy items it is that much. That's just a chance that I was willing to take, and it didn't work out, which does happen. But yeah, so I'll make a separate video that'll be out. I'll actually make it today, and it'll be out after this one. So that'll be coming up. And then I'm going to be doing what we sold this weekend. We'll do that after we ship everything, which we'll probably put that out Tuesday, Wednesday. So that'll be coming up too. So that's it. That's all we're going to do today. Going home. That. To work on stuff and ship some stuff. So we got shipping to do. We got pictures to take. She's got prep work. I don't really do prep work. I suck at that. Because I just take a Clorox wipe. I'm like, yeah, it's good enough. Go. Picture. And yeah, it does not turn out well. But I'll make the shipping video while she's doing the prep work. And then I'm going to be taking pictures. And then we'll list in front of the TV. And that's it. You got anything?
So,
Okay. The road just got snowy. So we're going to go. Because now it's dangerous to drive all of a sudden. All right, guys.
there's a field.
Yeah. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horseshit. We will catch you next time.